So you went out, bought yourself the XFX Speedster SWFT 105 RX 6400 GPU, but you're going to use it for a low profile build, which I think a lot of people will be doing if you're going to buy this GPU. And you get it, and it's installed. It comes with this bracket right here installed on it, which is a full PCI Express slot cover, but you need to put on this low profile one. Well, that's what today's video is all about. I'm going to run down through the tools and how to get this changed out. There will be timestamps in the description below. If a certain part of the video I'd like to jump to, you're more than welcome to do so. There's also some other links down that may interest you. Don't forget the all that fun YouTube stuff on your way down that description box. Some of the tools that you will need, of course, your GPU and the bracket will come in the box when you pull it out of the box, so you'll have both of them automatically. The next thing you will need two different sizes of Phillips screws for this. Over here we have the 0 Phillips, and over here we have a number 1 Phillips. Me personally, I have an iFixit kit. If you don't have an iFixit kit or a generic iFixit kit, you can always pick you up a cheap jeweler's repair kit or something like that. They normally have both of these screwdriver bits in them, or tips in them. So let's flip you over here and we'll show you how to get this PCI Express slot cover changed out on this GPU. Alright guys, and to be able to switch out the back plate here, or the fancy slot cover on it, from this high profile to the low profile, we will have to take this metal shroud off. Looks like we got 8 screws. I got my iFixit kit here with a number 0 tip Phillips on it. You can get to this bottom screw right here to take it off, and the top screw up here, it is behind the metal shroud. So we're going to take these 8 little screws out here. Okay, there's all 4 of those. Let's make sure we got all the top ones out. I missed one at the top here. Alright, and that should bring that metal shroud off. There we go. Which, that's also the way you replace the fan on it if you need to ever replace the fan on it. Okay, then we're going to jump up here and we're going to take these 2 little screws out here. Them screws actually feel like it should be a number 1 instead of a number 0. What we got here? Pull out these, and then it looks like we got 2 more number 0 screws here. That's definitely a lot of work to get this back plate changed out. There's a full size plate off. We'll go ahead and get the low profile bracket out here. You set this down on here just like the other one came off. And you put it back together in the reverse order that we took it apart. So we'll start out with one of these wee little number 0 Phillips screws here. Just like so. Okay, now I got my number 1 Phillips here, where I can put the bigger screws back in the front over here. And you don't need to tighten these down a whole lot, guys. You just need to snug them down a little bit. You ain't sealing against water or air or nothing, and you don't want to strip nothing out. You don't want to break the board, the main board that the GPU is attached to or nothing. So you just kind of snug them down. You don't need them real tight. Okay, since we got them in, we'll go back to this one. Flip it back up here and tighten these down. Just snug them down. You've seen in my other videos, I like to get all my screws started before I actually tighten them down. Make sure the fan's back in the proper location here. And we'll take the metal shroud here and put it back on here. Okay, got them 4 started. And we'll flip it up here to the top. Okay, there we go. All 8 of them's in there, so we'll go ahead and snug this one down. And we'll go back and give the rest of them just a little turn. You know, you don't, like I said, you don't need them real tight, but you need them snug. That way it don't vibrate when the cords are actually being used and that fan's spinning. And you want to make sure they're decently snug. Alright, make sure our little fan will still spin. Alright guys, looks like the ports is lined up good on it. That's the way you change it from the high profile to the low profile bracket. Let me get reset up here and we'll come up with the conclusion to the video. So we're going down through the tools that you need to get this process done with. I showed you how to do it. It is fairly simple and it's very easy. I think taking that shroud off, that fan shroud off, is a lot easier. than removing the complete cooler. Then you don't have to worry about the thermal paste either, because if you remove the whole cooler, you should be repasting it, which you could probably get away without repasting it if you did remove the whole cooler. But I just think by removing that shroud was a little bit easier to process. Also, the 4 metal screws, 2 on each side of it. When you go down through that shroud, that's also what connects your fan to them. So you want to make sure you hit them screw heads just about right and get that fan in the right position when you put it back together. A couple things that I found that I really don't care about this process. Number one, you shouldn't have to take off that shroud to be able to get this thing replaced. They should have been able to develop this cord the way you could do it without taking that shroud off. And number two, I don't like the fact that they use 2 different size Phillips head screws on them. If they're going to do this, they should have made it to where all the screw heads was the same size. That way you don't have to have the number 0 and the number 1 Phillips head screwdriver to get this process done. It's just been a lot easier. But I thought this deserved its own dedicated video, because I know a lot of people are going to be buying this GPU. It's going to be looking to use it as a low profile cord. Now I don't know why they don't send out the cord with the low profile bracket and give you the higher one as an option. But this is the way you get it done. That's the tools that you need to do it. I hope you found this video helpful. There's some links in the description below that may interest you. Don't forget to do all that fun YouTube stuff on your way out of here. You all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video or live stream.